Hello everyone, welcome back to another anti-therapy session with Sever that will gonna ensure that you come out of this video 10 times less mentally stable than you entered it. And, well, welcome to a new part of what if Deku was sent to an akame kill world or whatever, still working on that title. But regardless of all of that, let's just get right into the video, come on, I'm excited. I hope that you guys are also just as excited as me. So, let's start. Where we last left off, Midoriya and Nitrate were sent immediately outside because somebody have discovered their hideout. So everyone goes around scattering to take down those infiltrators. Bulat and Midoriya are going together, while right now Lavuk in a cave finds a woman that he kills, and in the distance on the top of a mountain, Mine and Shell cuts one of the people that enters on their hideout while Mine using her pumpkin to shoot a very far target, erasing the man completely from the world. Akame goes on the ground and kill a few of those, guys by chopping them down with Marasame. And on the other side, Leone kills her men. Midoriya is right now running after, Bulat, while Bulat is telling him to keep a close eye and watch, because this is how an assassins deal with this. As, Midoriya said, wait, you're gonna kill them? As Bulat said, he immediately yells on the top of his throat with his raging spirit, Incursio! As immediately, Bulat transforms with the armor appearing all around his body. It was awesome. It was simply awesome. As immediately Bulat goes and deal with 3 targets all together. Midoriya seeing him just immediately killing those guys so much that to the point that he chopped them into pieces up in the air and turned them into blood rain. As when Midoriya saw this, he was completely horrified. He killed those people just like that. As Bulat tells Midoriya that, I let one go, you go after him. As Midoriya said, what? As Bulat said, go, he run in that direction. You handle him. Let me see what you can do. As Midoriya, Bulat just forced him to go, so Midoriya immediately rushes after the guy, and Midoriya found him. The guy right now is looking left and right in the forest. He lost his way, but then Midoriya tells him to stop. As the guy sees Midoriya, he immediately pulls out his sword, saying, damn Nitrate's brats! I'm not letting you kill me! As Midoriya said, I'm not here to kill you, just calm down, As the guy immediately attacks Midoriya, and Midoriya starts dodging him before activating One for All, telling him to, can you stop? As he jumps over the guy's head and, punch him over the head, which caused the guy to immediately lose consciousness. And Midoriya looking at the guy saying, damn it, I wanted to talk with him. Do you know what he's doing here, or who is he with? As, Midoriya doesn't know what to do with the body, so he just carries it up. He just grabs the guy, puts him on his shoulder, and, goes back into where he met Bulat. But when he finds Bulat, he finds that he already have met up with the rest of Nitrate, Akame, and the others. As Bulat said, would you look at that? Here is Midoriya. As he told Leone, said, see, I told you he wouldn't run. As, Leone seeing Midoriya with the body on his shoulder, while Bulat is like, Midoriya, why did you bring back the body? As, Midoriya throws him on the ground and everybody sees the guy still alive. As immediately he just looks saying, what, you crazy, you brought me back to them! As, immediately Akame saying, why is he still alive? As Midoriya said, what were you expecting me to do? As, Leone said, I don't know, kill him, murder him, pull out his heart out of his chest, break his neck, twist his ankle, something like that. As Mine said, oh sheesh, just as expected. This guy's useless. As, Bulat said, Midoriya, I told you to kill the guy. As Midoriya said, I'm not killing a guy, it's just a person that has been hired with money. I get you don't want him to, reveal your hideout, but as then, when Midoriya said that, something splashes on his face, and when he looks to his left, the guy that was on the ground, his head is off of his shoulders and the blood just spitting out of his neck before his body falls on the ground. And Levak pulling back his strings that are a bit bloody, saying, "Oh, sheesh. What are we going to do with this guy? Seriously, see how easy it is?" As Midori said, you, uh, you just, you... As Akame immediately gets closer to Midori before grabbing him by his shirt and saying, "Listen here, we are assassins. We already told you that. If you're going to be a part of us, then you better be ready to spill some blood." As Midori said, I'm never gonna be an assassin," as he pushes her hand away. As he continues saying, "Killing people is wrong. Could never." As immediately Levak saying, "Watch what you're saying, dude. I already got enough blood on my strengths today. I don't want to have yours next." As Bulat said, Midori, you certainly have potential, but you're just so ignorant, don't you? I thought we already explained to you how corrupt this society is." As Midori said, "So what? There gotta be another way." As immediately Leone said, okay, everybody, let's just calm down. How about we all go back into the hideout and bring little old Softy over here with us? He's just right now, first time experience. He must be a bit terrified, and, having a lot of pretty girls around also makes a man nervous." As, well, basically, Bulat said, "Whatever. Midori, I hope that you're gonna grow over this soon. Or else, well, you already know what will happen." As Lebak said, "Man, and I was excited to have another green hair on our team." As well, all of them just start walking away while, Leone just saying, "Oh, come on, cheer up," as she hits him on his head saying, "You just need to get used to it. Everybody's giving you the cold shoulder right now, but eventually, I'm sure you'll grow onto them." As Midoriya, well, blushing while looking at her while saying, "I just don't want to kill people." As she said, "Well, sure thing, little princess. Come on." As well, all of them just returned to the hideout. Of course, Midoriya had to return, or else they would have killed him. Especially since Leone can track him down. As well, in the next few days, well, not the next few days, more like 3 days, if you will, Midoriya has been just doing normal stuff. He's been cooking food, and, well, he's not good at cooking food, and, well, Akame was always hitting him on the head for always being so bad with cooking. Eventually, he just started learning a bit of tricks, or even serving the food. But right now, of course, he's been called by the boss into a meeting room, as right now he's sitting on the table with, well, the boss, and, well, he sees Leone coming through the door. As the boss said, "Leone, you're here." As Leone said, "Yep, I got the info you wanted, boss." As Midori said, "Yeah, this is all nice and all, but what am I doing here?" As immediately the boss said, "Because this mission is for you." As Midori said, "Me?" As Najinda said, "Yes, it's for you, Midoriya. Listen, I understand that you have a hard time killing people, but at the same time you want to return home, right?" As Midoriya looks down and, well, she continues saying, "If you want to return home, then you're gonna have to fight for it. I already told you that, and to this point you've been only cooking food for us. I don't have a problem with keeping you here cooking food for the rest of your life, but that will not help you return home, will it now? And besides, it's a waste of your talent. And I highly wishes for you to join us. But knowing how you are, it's gonna be hard. So I've decided this mission is for you." As well, Midoriya wondered, what is this mission anyway? As well, Leone starts talking. She puts a picture on the table of you could say some sort of a police chief, as Midoriya thinks about it, because he's the Royal Guard leader, and his name is Ogre. And when she puts his picture on the table, Midoriya knows this guy. He saw him before. It was in that, police apartment, as he calls it. And when Midoriya said, he said in his mind, "It's that guy?" As immediately the boss continues saying, "We've been given a special mission from one of the victims of this guy, a wife of one of the victims. This guy, Ogre, he's a very dangerous guy who basically sabotages people's lives by giving them false evidence and putting false crimes on their heads, which causing them to go into prison or even to be executed. Keep informed that all the crimes that he puts on those peoples are not true. He's faking evidence and basically throwing them in prison unjustly." As Midori said, "He does that?" As Leone said, "Yeah, he does it." And the wife of one of the victims of this guy gave us the money to try and kill him. I don't know how she got that much money. She must have been selling her body. As Midori is feeling disgusted about this, selling her body, sabotaging people's lives, and, well, basically making fake crimes on them just to throw them in prison. As, well, the boss said, "This is your mission. Your mission is to eliminate Ogre." As she basically tells him the place and what should he do and when should he go. As Midoriya was about to stand up, but then Najinda said one more thing. She said, "Midoriya, I need to inform you one last thing. This mission is going to be you and you alone. So, one person is going to die today, and it will be either Ogre or you. I don't want Ogre alive, Midoriya. I want him dead and with the head in a bag." As she throws a bag into Midoriya, saying, "Put his head in this bag and bring it to me, just to make sure that you're not lying." As Midoriya holds the bag, and she told him that do not think of running either, because Leona will immediately find you. She already has your scent, and no matter where you go in the capital, will find you. I mean, you can't even go far away. I'm saying this to for your own good. This is a war that we're having, and we can't have you holding us back." As well, Midoriya basically, after they gave him a sword and the bag, he just leaves the room and goes ahead. And right now, Leone just looking into the boss saying, "Wasn't that a little harsh?" As well, the boss said he needs to learn. I don't know what kind of world he came from, but from what I see, the world that he came from is one that is unlike ours. One that's life and it seems to be what we want in this. A happy world where crimes are not as often and people aren't forced to do anything. A world of justice. I can't, no wonder he's so fixated on being a hero. Leone, go after him, but keep a distance. If anything goes wrong, you know what to do." As Leone said, "You got it, boss." As well, she proceeded to follow Midoriya in shadows. After all, she is very stealthy, so she keeps tapping on Midoriya. Well, Midoriya finally meets with Ogre in the street. He said, while wearing a hoodie over his head, saying, "Excuse me, Mr. Ogre, sir? I want to talk to you." As Ogre looking at the guy, saying, "What do you want, kid?" As he said, "I have very important information that I want to share with you. Ones that will gonna be very helpful to you. And I really don't want anything in return. I just hope to help the capital." As the guy said, "Really? What kind of informations?" As he said, "How about you follow me and you can hear them?" As well, Midoriya gets Ogre into an alleyway, and Ogre said, "Alright, we're here. What do you want?" As well, Midoriya turns into Ogre and immediately looks into him in the eyes, and after taking off his hoodie, and Ogre looks at this kid. He isn't familiar with him, and, well, Midoriya basically said, he gulps his throat while wondering what should he do now. He has Ogre in an alleyway, and what should he do? He just looks into him, and in a complete, well, just a moment of silence before Ogre saying, "Are you gonna talk or what, kid? I don't want you to waste my time. You know what? I'll just leave." As well, Ogre just turns around and starts walking away. It's the perfect time for Midoriya to hit. It's the perfect chance for him to kill. As well, Midoriya was about to draw his sword, and well, he just couldn't do it. So, using one for all, he jumped and immediately tried to kick Ogre, but Ogre turns around and blocks Midoriya's kick with his arm, saying, I thought you were familiar, as he pushes Midoriya back and said, You're that green-haired kid with the weird story. No wonder. I knew you had something fishy about you. Are you here to assassinate me? Oh, I mean, it would have been a good chance for you to kill me right there, but you didn't, you idiot. You'd have taken the chance, as the guy pulls out his sword. While on the top of a building, Leona is watching this, saying, damn it, Midoriya, just kill him already. How hard is it for you? As well, Midoriya, basically seeing Ogre with the sword, he, well, prepares closing his fist, saying, I'm going to stop you. Your villainy ends here. As Ogre is just so... What the... What are you villainy? Who the hell are you? God damn it. As Ogre cannot help himself but laugh. And Midoriya goes for the attack, which Ogre, well, again, grabbed into Midoriya's hand before slamming him into the floor. As he tried to stab him, but Midoriya dodges, thankfully. As Ogre said, Who are you with? Nitrate, perhaps? As Midoriya said, Why do you do this? As Ogre is like, do what? As Midoriya said, forging for false evidence into the people, taking innocents into prisons. Why are you doing it? As Ogre said, well, because they pay me, and it's fun. As Midoriya said, it's fun? Hurting people and destroying their lives like this is fun to you? As Ogre said, yep, it's like a hobby, you know. As immediately Ogre rushes to Midoriya and tries to slash him, but Midoriya dodges it. As Ogre with his other hand tried to punch Midoriya, which he managed to punch him through the chest, slamming him into the wall, while continues saying, it makes, I get more money, people gets the people that they hate off of the streets, and everybody gets a happy ending. As Midoriya gets out of the wall, saying, except the person who you forged the evidence on. As Ogre said, what I can say. Somebody always have to take the hit. For example, you. As he immediately goes to slash Midoriya with his sword again, but Midoriya dodges. Then Midoriya said, I'm not gonna let you continue this. As Ogre said, and how are you planning to do that? As immediately Ogre was about to slash Midoriya, but then Midoriya pulls out his sword to block the slash. As right now they have each sword against one another. While Midoriya is staring straight into Ogre's eyes, and he said, I'll throw you in prison. As Ogre starts chuckling, saying, kid, I own the prison. As he immediately pushing deep more on the sword before causing Midoriya to go back. As he said, the moment I enter it, I'll be out of it before you even could blink. In fact, I'll be the one to throw you there. Perhaps I'll torture some informations out of you. As he goes and starts slashing against Midoriya, while Midoriya trying to defend with the sword, while Ogre continues saying, and then once I know who you are, I'm gonna go after your family and forge them some evidence. I'm gonna put them in so much debt that your mother gonna have to sell her own body to pay that debt, and your father will commit suicide after that, and it's shortly after I'm gonna kill you too, all just for the sake of fun. Because why not? I mean, I already ruined your life at that point, right? Death is better than just suffering. As he continued to attack, while Midoriya at this point is just so tired of this. What is the matter with this guy? He never met anybody like him. Not at all. This guy is simply too out of his mind. And he's right. What can Midoriya do? If he throw him in prison, he'll be out of it. If he tries and capture him, Midoriya will die himself on the hand of Nitrate. If he tries to run, he'll die. If he stays here, he'll die. If he does nothing, he'll die. If he does anything, he might as well die. It seems like everything is closing on him, suffocating him, and just an empty nowhere for him to run. Midoriya at this minute is right now getting a punch by Ogre, which causes him to slam into the floor, and right now Midoriya is in the ground. while Ogre just over his body. He doesn't want Midoriya dead. He needs to take informations out of him. And right now, Leone on top of the building, seeing how Midoriya is hurt, she said, "Damn it! Come on!" As, well, Ogre looks like, "What a pathetic little child you are. I'm not even sure I will gonna get any useful information out of you. You don't seem like the assassin anyway." Well, as he put his sword away, saying, "I might as well get something out of you." As he tries to grab into Midoriya, but suddenly, Ogre he looks, but his arm is nowhere. His right arm is nowhere that he tried to grab Midoriya with, and when he looks down, he doesn't see the child, as he feels the pain of his missing arm before looking, well, in front of him and just seeing Midoriya standing up with the blood dripping from his head, with his black and green lightning that shifted from white to black. Midoriya looks into Ogre and he said in his mind, "He's right. This world isn't my own. People in this world are just..." As he crouches ahead with his sword in his hand, holding backwards, saying, "Monsters!" As he rushes straight into Ogre. Ogre tried to pull his sword with his left hand, but it was too late. His body is split in half as Midoriya dashes ahead in front of him, causing him to be split into 3 categories: the lower half of the body, the middle half of the body, and the head. As when Ogre dies, Midoriya's quirk just stops and he starts breathing heavily before looking at his sword that is covered with Ogre's blood. As he's breathing heavily, he goes unconscious out of bloodlust and complete tiredness. But before he slams into the ground, Leone catches him and said, "You did good. You did good." As, well, she basically puts Midoriya on her bag before grabbing the bag that Midoriya had and putting Ogre's head in it, as she goes back into the hideout. Eventually, when she arrives, everybody's waiting for what's happened, and while they see Leone with a bag and Midoriya on her arm, they, well, imagine the worst. She first said, "Don't worry, he's still alive." Somehow. As, well, Lubbuck is like, sheesh. Well, guess that's determines that we don't have a new member, huh? As Mine said, "I told you." As, well, the boss is also kind of very, well, down about it, saying, "Alright, did you at least finish the job, Leone?" As Leone said, "Yep." As she throws the head of Ogre into the ground, and the boss said, "Good. Well, at least you managed to kill Ogre. We're gonna deal with Midoriya later once he wake up." As Leone said, "Kill him? No, you don't understand. I didn't kill him. He did." As basically she's holding Midoriya's body and everybody's saying, "Wait, he killed him? Really?" As, well, she said, "Yep. Though it took him a bit of realization, he did." As, well, Mine said, "Oh yeah, whatever." As, well, immediately, Lubbuck said, "Ha! I win. Give me $5. As Mine said, "Whatever. Here, take him, jerk." As, well, immediately, of course, the boss said, "Well, if that's so, Leone, take him into his room, and Shell, can you bandage him up?" As Shell says, "So be it." And right now, after Midoriya basically is put into his room with Shell start bandaging him up, the boss said, "Perhaps this will be much more interesting than I thought." And this is gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.